What is up, you guys? Today we have the iPhone SE 2 in here, so let's get this thing open and see what's going on in here. Alright, you guys, so let's get this thing open and see what this phone is all about. Whoops. There it is, sitting all nice and pretty right there. It's got this nice plastic to hold it in place, which is a very nice touch. Pretty thick to cut through. So just taking a quick look around the box, you got the iPhone on both sides like usual, the Apple logo on both sides like usual, a picture of the actual phone. We got the 64 gig configuration, the iPhone SE Black 64 gig. So before we get into this, let's go over some of the specs for it. Before we get into the dimensions and stuff about this phone, for the next 30 days, per 1,000 subscribers I get, I will be giving one of these away. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and tell me your favorite part about this phone, if you're gonna buy it, or why you would like to receive one for free. Alright, now let's get into the size of this thing. So the width is 2.6 inches, the height is 5.45 inches, and it's about 0.29 inches thick. It weighs 5.22 ounces. Now to compare this against the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 has a height of 5.94 inches, which is about 0.5 inches taller than this. The iPhone 11 has a width of 2.81 inches, which is about 0.2 inches wider than this thing. The iPhone 11 has a depth of 0.32 inches, which is a little bit thicker than this phone. And it also weighs a little bit more at 6.63 ounces. Now the new iPhone SE 2 has a 4.7 Retina HD display with a resolution of 1334 by 750 pixels at 326 ppi. It has a 625 nits max brightness. It has a 12 megapixel wide camera with digital zoom of up to 5 times. It'll have portrait mode, optical image stabilization, LED true tone flash with slow sync. Has the next gen smart HDR for photos with burst mode. It'll be able to record in 4K at 24 frames per second. And you can take 8 megapixel photos while you're recording. Now the chip inside this thing is the A13 Bionic chip with the 3rd generation neutral engine. The battery lasts about as long as the iPhone 8. You can watch about 13 hours of video playback. You can listen to about 40 hours of audio playback. And it has fast charging capabilities. You can get about 50% in just 30 minutes with the 18-watt adapter that is not included for some reason. Samsung provides it with their phones, so why can't Apple provide it with their phones? Guess we'll never know. A way to make more money, probably. I don't know. And it does have wireless charging capabilities like the iPhone 8. Now with the sensors, it has the Touch ID, the 3-axis gyro, the accelerometer, an ambient light sensor. It also has dual SIM, the nano SIM and the eSIM. It is rated at M3 and T4 for hearing aids. And last but not least, it will be running iOS 13. Now let's open this bad boy up and see what it's like. All right, so just peel this back. I love that sound. Moment of truth. Was this worth the $400 that we spent on it or not? Designed by Apple in California. Before you guys see the actual phone, you gotta read this. So you got the welcome to iPhone. You got your SIM removal tool, which I'll be needing, not at this second, but soon. Whatever that is. Apple stickers, of course, those are the best. All that comes in here. Basically telling you features of the phone, but we already know all those. So in the box, you have your charging box, your headphones, lightning, of course, and your lightning charging cable. Here's the iPhone SE 2. It's pretty small, like the iPhone 8. You got your ring silent toggle right there, your volume up, your volume down, your power button, your SIM tray, and your home button. It is like the iPhone 8's home button. It does not click when it is turned off. Now you have your microphone, your speaker, and your charging port. No headphones, obviously, because it's Apple and they don't want you to have headphones. This thing is beautiful. It is kind of small, but it's beautiful. There's that Apple logo. Let's wait for this to boot up. That did take quite a while to boot up, but it's booted up and it's saying the hello screen. So we'll just get this set up real quick. All right, hold on just a second. Okay, that actually took a good minute to activate the phone. I'm gonna go ahead and log in, download a game, and so we can see how fast this thing is. So give me a second. All right, so we're in the terms and condition. Whoever reads those. So what I am noticing right off the bat is this phone takes forever to set up. I'm hoping this phone is not as slow as it is seeming to be as of right now, but as soon as we get this thing open and playing with it, we'll know for sure. All right, so we're just going through the setup process right now, and it's on the True Tone display, so you could see it without True Tone, and this is with True Tone. So this is without, and this is with. You can see without True Tone, it is a lot more blue, if you would say. So I personally have this off on my phones just because this display hurts my eyes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that on. We'll leave it in the light mode. There are two different modes. You got the dark mode and light mode. But for this, we're gonna leave it in the light mode. And then this is basically telling you how you wanna feel the home button click. I personally feel like 3 is an actual button, so I'm gonna leave it at 3. And now we have zoom display. So you can have the apps smaller, basically see the phone a lot smaller, or you can have it bigger. We're gonna go ahead and leave it big, I think. All right, so we're in the iPhone SE 2 for 2020. I went ahead and turned off my light because I got tired of seeing that ring on the phone screen. But it's pretty basic iPhone. It's pretty responsive, as you can tell. Let's see how fast we can load up a website. Does seem like this is taking a while. It might just be my Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi has been acting up lately. So let's see how quickly this loads. Pretty quick, in my opinion. Says it hasn't finished loading, but everything seems to be here. It's pretty responsive. I don't see any issues with it. There's a drop-down menu for your notifications, and then you got the home screen, and that is actually set up. Got your screen mirroring. You also have your airplane mode, data, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all that stuff right up here up front. And with this home button right here, it's actually the home kit, so I can actually turn off my lights and turn them back on, that kind of stuff. I actually have one of my lights from my living room in here. It's just so you can see better. All right, so let's head over to the App Store. and download. Alright, so let's head over to the App Store and download one of these games. I'm gonna look for a game that has a lot of graphics and stuff like that, just to see what this phone can actually handle. Do Fortnite, and I'm gonna let Fortnite download real quick, and we'll come right back after that downloads. Alright, so I downloaded Fortnite and a couple other games. Right now I'm having an update on Fortnite, and this is gonna take a minute, so I might just time lapse this so you guys can see the whole update go through a lot quicker than it actually is. Alright, so while we're waiting for this to finish downloading, I got this case off of Amazon. It is for an iPhone 6, 7, and 8, but I read that it will fit anyway. It said SE whenever I ordered it, but clearly it's not for the SE, because this little hole does not go on the Apple, because the Apple is in the middle of the phone, unlike on the 8s, 6s, and 7s where the Apple logo is actually up here. But we will get this put in the case, because I also noticed that on the back of it there's a little imperfection right here where the glass sticks up a little more than the casing, and it's kind of irritating against my hand, and I don't like it. I only noticed it on this side and the top. I don't notice it so much on the right side or the bottom, but definitely on the left side and the top, which is a bit annoying. But we'll go ahead and get this thing put inside this case right here. I will also leave a link to this case in the description if you decide you want to get it for the phone, even though it doesn't have the Apple logo right there. Fits pretty nicely. The only thing I see is you can't really get to the volume switch. So for some of you that may be a problem. Yeah, that's going to be a problem for me also. Oh, I got it to turn off. Now I can't get it to turn back on. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this sim tool to flip it back on. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and play Fortnite on here. While we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and record it on the actual phone, and then so I can show you guys playback. I'm just going to run this through the tutorial a little bit just to get a feel for it. Got the brightness turned up so I can see it a little bit better. Seems pretty quick and responsive.
For now.
Guessing I missed this part whenever I downloaded this game on my Switch. So probably why I don't know how to play. Seems pretty quick. Pretty decent. Let's try another game real quick. Alright, so apparently I'm no good at that game either. What about this one right here? Let's just make sure I'm still recording. The graphics are actually pretty nice on this thing. It's got a pretty decent sound. It's using both speakers, the earpiece and the bottom speaker to play the sounds. The graphics on this thing look pretty good. Now compared to the iPhone 11 or the iPhone 11 Pro, it's nowhere near as good as that. For a $400 phone, it looks great. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and turn off screen recording now. So what I'm going to do next is an internet speed test, just to see how fast it is running on the Wi-Fi. And the Wi-Fi that I do have, you can automatically switch it from a 5G to a 2G depending on what it needs. We're going to go ahead and get this thing running. Looks like everything's good, so we'll go ahead and run it. Now from the looks of this is not good at all because I'm paying for 400 and this is only getting up to 200. Now I am getting almost 40 megabytes up, so that's not too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and run it on the computer and see exactly what I'm getting on the computer. Now, what you guys have all been waiting for, it's that camera. So quick take video, tap and hold the shutter to record a quick video. So I'm just gonna take a few pictures of the box and they'll be on the screen right here. So they did switch some stuff up a little bit. So when you click the flash button, it just turns it on and off right here. But you can also click that little button right there and tell the flash when to come on, when to go off, all that. You got some more options, your filters, all that cool stuff. You also got your live up here, your filters, flash. We'll go ahead. I'll just go ahead and flip the camera around and try to figure out the portrait mode on this thing. Because it said it has it. Where it has it is a question. My conclusion, seems like a pretty decent phone. The sound quality's alright. For a budget phone, this is a pretty decent phone. Alright, we're just going to play a few seconds of one of my videos. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we can give a couple of these away. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a package in the mail and we're going to open this thing up, see what's inside, and dig into it. Alright, so let's get this thing open. Now this thing is pretty loud. Don't forget to drop a like, comment down below what your favorite part of this phone is, and subscribe to the channel, turn on that bell notification so you could be entered for the drawing to win one of these whenever we hit our first 1,000 subscribers, and for every 1,000 after that. This is only for the first 30 days, so remember that. But you will be getting one of these. Also, this last part of the video is being shot on the iPhone SE 2. So just let me know what you guys think of this video portion right here, because I have it set to 4K and 24 frames per second. We'll just see how good of a quality that is and if this thing's actually worth it. In my opinion, 400 bucks gets you an iPhone, a brand new iPhone at that, and it's pretty decent. So I would personally get it for my own use if I didn't like the bigger screen of the iPhone XR. But it's my own personal opinion. For families that are more in a budget but they still want an iPhone, or they don't want to spend the full almost $1,000 for the brand new one, I would highly recommend the iPhone SE. But if you have the money to blow on a 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, then go for it. Because you get so many more features. That Face ID feature is really nice, but I also like the Touch ID. I think personally for Apple, they should have the next iPhone, the iPhone 12, if that's what they're going to call it, come with to where the Touch ID is built into the bottom of the phone right here, and then you have your Face ID up here in the top. You could shrink down that notch just a tiny bit and make the phone look a lot better, probably shrinking up that bezel a little bit. The bezel on this iPhone SE is still pretty thick, but I was using an iPhone 8 before I got this iPhone XR, and it's not that bad, so it really didn't bother me going from the iPhone XR to the iPhone 8. I just kind of naturally adapted to it. So if you're using another one like the iPhone 5, the iPhone 6, 7, or even the 8, you're going to feel right at home with this one. So just let me know what you guys think of it and if you're going to buy one. Also, before I go, the next video I'm going to be doing is over a Roomba from Wish. So don't forget to turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss that video. And we'll see you guys whenever that video comes out.